Winter is coming, my friends. Good morning and welcome to the Better Body Fitness fan page. I am Coach Roxanne and you are joining me live for Coffee Talk. Oh boy, you know when it starts out like that, it's going to be a spicy show. Good morning. Got a little there. Happy Blur's Day. Good morning and welcome to Toffee Talk. Happy sweater weather. Yes. I've got my nice new Amazon sweater on here, but you know what? It was a mistake. I'm sweating. Good Thursday morning, Kylie. Good morning. I love that sweater. Lightning deal. Amazon. It's the only way I buy my clothes now. Good morning, Thursday. Hootsa, Kim, good morning. Karen, good morning. Sarah, cute sweater. Oh, you guys are so nice. You're the best. We're going grocery shopping, so I did the quick college shower, like I did the cold water rinse and the baby wipes, and that's as fresh as it's going to get until this afternoon. Dee Dee, bring on fall. I feel like fall is upon us already. These crazy weather swings with the 40s and then up to the 70s in the day. It's a little crazy. Michelle, good morning, Coach and BBF peeps. Carrie, happy morning. I love it. The title of my video today is Winter is Coming. So we're going to dive into that shortly. Good morning. I got to pull up my sleeves. Wow. It's warm in here. Good morning, Monica. But you know, it's funny. It is only 67 in here. We've got the windows open, but we have heaters going for the hounds. Does that make any sense to anybody? Jenny, good morning. I love it. All right, let's get rolling. Let's get into the show here. The title is Winter is Coming. So normally we don't talk about the holidays until the holidays are upon us. Well, not today. We're gonna dive deep into what's coming up in the next 90 days. Good morning, Sue. Good morning, Jenny. So in a little over 90 days, we have the new year. I mean, it's mind-blowing, right? A little over 90 days, the new year's here. And what happens? We take those 2 weeks before the new year to start thinking about what we want our goals to be and what we're going to achieve and all of that stuff. I don't want to get there yet. I want to think about what's going to happen over the next 90 days. I want to treat the next 90 days like it's the new year because we have so many obstacles that happen. And yes, I'm going to say it. They're obstacles. We have the fall weather, which in itself brings obstacles, right? We want to be cuddly warm in our sweaters. We want cocktails by the fire. We want s'mores. We want to do, the caramel apples and the festivals and the wine and all of this stuff, right? That's just fall. We haven't even talked about Halloween. And I know we all do it. I know we all get the candy that we're going to give out to the kids or whatever, but what ends up happening to it? Be real here. I want you to go back over the past however many Halloweens. What happens to that candy? Tell me that you don't dive into it. Tell me it's not a weakness for you because I've been there. I know. Carrie, good morning. Stacy, good morning. Then beyond Halloween, we have Thanksgiving. All right, maybe you have hunters in the family. Maybe you have people that come to stay with you. But Thanksgiving gets a little crazy, right? Thanksgiving, for a lot of people, is a huge obstacle. They have people in their house or they're traveling for 3 or 4 days? It gets a little chaotic. Lori, good morning. What about Christmas? Let's be honest, from Halloween to Christmas, it's a blur. Erica, good morning, my friend. Good to see you. It's a blur. It's a blur of treats and drinks and get-togethers and parties and social this and social that. And all of a sudden, we get to the day after Christmas, maybe 2, and we're like, what have I done? What do I do now? And I know that this happens. And I know that some of that happened to you over the summer months. I know it did. I've heard it. I've seen it. You guys are like, I thought I had control. and then it happened and I didn't. Julie, good morning. Kimberly, good morning. Jody, good morning. Deanna, speaking of fall, I love your sweater. Well, thank you, my friend. Thank you. If your nutrition is already chaotic and sporadic, do you think it's going to get better by chance over the next 90 days? It's not. If your nutrition is chaotic and sporadic, it is going to stay chaotic and sporadic. And then if your nutrition is chaotic and sporadic, how are your results? Are they also chaotic and sporadic? If your nutrition is planned and nice and steady, my guess is your results are nice and steady. Maybe slow, but I'm guessing they're steady. However your nutrition is, your results are probably mirroring some of that. So instead of waiting for the next 90 days to happen to us, I want us to start reflecting right now. I want us to take this from today until next Thursday. I think the first happens next Thursday or Friday, one of those days. And I want you to start to think, all right, this is my new year. What do I want out of my new year, this new quarter? Plan it like it's the new year, your nutrition plan. Get excited. It's time to get excited about this next quarter. What do you want to happen? It's all going to happen through your result. It's all going to happen through your nutrition. That's where your results are going to come from. What do you want? What are your physical goals? Lay it out over the next 90 days. What do you want your physical goals to be? Do you want to lose fat over the next 90 days? How are you going to do that? Do you want to build muscle over the next 90 days? How are you going to do that? Do you have a plan? Lisa, good morning, my friend. But whatever it is, whatever your vision is, set it to be realistic. Set it to be sustainable and the discipline and time that it's going to take. Be realistic about that. Because so many times we go into the new year and we're like, I want to lose 20 pounds by March 1st. And we all know that that's not realistic. And however, if we do make it happen, it's probably not sustainable. So over the next 90 days, set sustainable and realistic goals. Could we possibly do a favorite recipe share? I need to spice up my menu plan. Yes. You know what? Let me think about how I'm going to be able to do that, Carrie. And are you looking for seasonal recipes or just recipes and just recipes? And I printed off 2 new recipes yesterday that I'm going to do in my next 2 weeks. I'll send them to you. So if you're headed towards these holidays and goals recklessly, you are going to become mentally and emotionally exhausted. Let me say that again. All right, you're driving down the highway and you're going 55 and it's feeling good. And you're like, you know what? I'm feeling like living on the edge today. Let's go 80. We're going 80 and 90 and we're dodging cars. And pretty soon we're like, all right, I'm a little scared. I need to slow it down. If you are trying to do your goals in nutrition that way, like I'm going to go 80 miles an hour, you're going to have an accident. You're going to get exhausted. You're going to get scared. And then what happens? You're either going to crash and burn, or you're just going to slow way down and forget all of the sustainable things that you did. You're going to forget about the speed limit, and then you're just going to do whatever. You have to have a plan. If you go into this next 90 days without a plan, what's going to happen? You're crawling back on that roller coaster. You're going to gain the weight. There's a statistic. What is it, Chuck? How much do people gain during the holidays? 8 to 12 pounds?
Yeah.
8 to 12 pounds is the average of what people gain during the holidays. And then what happens? We get through them and we're like, oh, now I got to take this 8 to 12 pounds off. But it doesn't happen, does it? Or it's a very, very slow go. How do we avoid that this year? So the next 90 days, what is your plan? I think Roxanne should sell the recipe Bible. I love me. I should. What is your plan? It's not too early to start thinking about this. As a matter of fact, we're a week away from the next quarter. It's on us. It's on our heels. Now is the time. If you're having a hard time now, the holidays are only going to pour fuel onto that fire. How in the next week, that's crunch time. How in the next week can you get a handle? Is there something from summer that's still lingering that you don't have a handle on? How can you get a handle on it? How do you do it before this weekend? Because this weekend is just fuel on a fire for people. Why do we gain so fast but lose so slow? I'll tell you why. We have the fat cells in our body. And if you've been heavier before, this is why you gain so fast. Those fat cells are waiting to be filled back up with fat after we lose it, because it's harder to shrink a cell. It's harder to shrink that fat cell. And as soon as you eat and start eating over calories and over consuming, the fat cells open up. They bloom like a flower and they suck all that fat in and they expand. And we gain fat. And they just don't want to shrink. It is harder to get in there and shrink all of those fat cells. They don't want to shrink. That's not what they want to do, so it is harder. It sounds crazy, but that is what our body is doing. Good morning, Mary. So it's about sustainable and maintainable actions over the next 90 days. There are no quick fixes. Every one of us knows that. There is no quick fix for the weight gained over the holidays. You're not going to get to January with that 5 or 10 pounds on you and lose it in the first challenge of 2022. It's not going to happen. It's probably going to take you 2 or 3 challenges. It is. It's just the way it is. So let's get ahead of it now. There's no amount of cardio. There's no diet. There's no pill. There's no shakes that are going to make it happen faster for you. It's just not out there. And if it is, I guarantee that if you lose the weight fast, you're going to gain it back fast because you probably didn't learn anything in the losing of it. And then you're on that vicious cycle over and over and over again. Nobody can save you from you but you. Nobody can save you from you but you. It sounds cliche, it sounds corny, it sounds nutty, but it's true. You are the only one. We need to give ourselves an adult timeline for results instead of expecting immediate results. Yes. And we need to be looking forward to, we need to look toward what's happening, what's coming up. Don't turn a blind eye to the next 90 days. I want you to go back over time and look at what those 90 days has brought. How can you stay ahead of it this year? How can you get enough habits built and formed over the next 90 days, over the next 20 days, 30 days, so that you do have some control? This cardio, I'm going to do all the cardio. I'm going to do the magic diet. I'm going to do the pills and the shakes. These are cop-outs. They're cop-outs to putting in the real work. Yeah, I said it and I mean it. They're cop-outs. They don't last. They're fads. They're short-term. They're a cop-out and they come with a price. They come with a very serious price. They mess with our hormones. They mess with everything. They make us believe that we should have results in the snap of a finger. And when we do, we can't maintain it and we're worse off than when we started. So my question to you today is, what is your plan? What is your plan? I'm gonna come back to this in a week from now. I'm gonna come back to this next Thursday. And I want you to think about this. I want you to take this weekend and this week and tell me, what is your plan to get through the holidays? Why are these next 90 days going to be different than the 90 days a year ago or the 90 days 2 years ago? How is it going to be different? Do you need help? What kind of help do you need? You have to be realistic about this. Do you have to enlist your husband? Do you have to enlist your wife? Do you have to enlist the kids? Do you need to partner up with a friend and maybe share recipes? Maybe even have a cooking day where you guys cook together and split food. How are you going to get through this? What is your plan for the Thanksgiving meal or meals? What is your plan for the Christmas treats, for the Christmas outings, for the meal or meals? Now is the time to start thinking about this. Don't wait till the week before. Don't even wait till the month before. Start thinking about this now. All right, my friends, that's where I'm going to leave it. I want you guys to go out, have an amazing day. And if there's a chance that you can brighten somebody else's day, do it. Brighten somebody else's day. Do something special for somebody. Join Coach Chuck at noon for the Nugget, and we will both see you back here tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. I love you all, my friends. Go out and have a great day.